Dear all, hello everybody. We're going to start the webinar soon. So, dear panelists, could you enable your camera and then enable your microphone? We're about to start the introduction part, then we're going to move on to the Q&A. So, dear attendees, the webinar setup is because we really want to make sure everything goes on smoothly. So that is why webinar, you cannot have your microphone enabled. So, but what you can do is feel free to post your questions through the Q&A. You should be able to see the Q&A, the toolbar at the end of, at the bottom of the Zoom webinar menu. And then you can also post your question in the chat. So the entire team will be very eager and friendly to answer your questions. So first of all, let me introduce myself. So I'm Wei Ding, Distinguished Professor of Computer Science. I'm the Executive Director for the Applied AI Institute.
Hi everyone. My name is Yingxin Wang, and I'm currently an assistant professor at computer science department at UMass Boston. I'm also the lead of the cyber AI lab here at UMass Boston. I obtained my PhD degree from Arizona State University with Dean's Dissertation Award, and my current research interest includes secure and trustworthy AI, AI-driven network system, cybersecurity, and network measurement.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Professor Boshen from Computer Science Department. I serve as the undergraduate program director, and I also lead a networked AI lab focusing on collaborative AI and robotics work.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Xiaohui Liang. I'm currently associate professor and associate chair of the Department of Computer Science. And I'm also the director of the Mobile Computing and Privacy Lab. My research interests are mobile healthcare, Internet of Things, and speech and language models and AI applications. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shao Pei. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science. I'm also the director of the General AI Lab. My research interests broadly lie in the machine learning and AI, in particular the foundation model, AI safety, AI agent. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ping Chen, and I'm professor in computer engineering and also director of AI Lab at UMass Boston. I mainly work on various AI foundations and also applications in scientific discovery and also medicine. Thank you.
Hi, I am Chen Jiezhe, a PhD candidate in computer science, director of the assistant at the Paul English Applied AI Institute, and a core member of a student advisory council.
Hi everyone, my name is Doreen Yan. You can call me Dawn. I'm an undergraduate majoring in accounting, and I currently serve as an assistant for the Paul English Applied AI Institute.
Hi everyone, I'm Rabaz. I'm an undergrad senior at UMass Boston. I'm also an assistant. This is my first semester in this role, and we've worked really hard to make this AI summer camp a great experience for the students.
Hi everyone, my name is Rami Hongwing. So currently I'm a PhD student at UMass Boston. I also a core member of the student advisory council and also a current assistant for Paul English Applied AI Institute.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin. I'm a rising senior at Lexington High School, and I'm also a returning TA from last year's summer camp. And I really look forward to working with all of you.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'll be studying computer science at UC Berkeley next year.
Hi everyone, my name is Yana. I'm an MBA student at UMass Boston, and I work with the Institute where I help design and support programs that bring AI from theory into real-world application. Today is about giving you a clear understanding of what this program offers, how students build meaningful AI projects, and how this experience can translate into real opportunities. We're excited to walk you through what this experience looks like and answer your questions today.
Wonderful. So, Chen Jie, can we go to next slide? So then today's agenda, the first session will be the introduction from the AI Institute, the entire team, including the professors and then student assistants. And then we're going to open Q&A. So even during the introduction session, if you have any questions, feel free to post a question either through the Q&A queue or post a question into the chat. And then the entire team will be eager to answer your questions. And then we're also going to have the dedicated Q&A session. So Chenjie, next slide, please. So for the program overview is, so we did in-depth community survey. So based on the feedback from parents and students, we decided to make the summer camp to be a university level AI training experience. And the whole program will be Monday, Friday will be in person only. Then the institute will provide lunch. And then Tuesday, Thursday will be Zoom online. So on Monday, the professor will meet with each attendee one by one in person to make sure they understand your personal goal for the summer camp. And then Friday will be the time that all students will meet together to have group presentation and discussion and also field trip. And also this is seriously academic level AI summer camp. So every day the professor will have 3 hours lecture on the fundamental theories, methods, and then talk about real world cases. And then the PhD student will have 3 hours session, lab session in the afternoon. And then the assistant will provide 2 hours guided practice at different level of mentorship. Then for the summer camp student outcomes is we target to help students to build real world applications. And then students will be able to complete portfolio ready end-to-end projects. So they can use the summer camp outcome to apply to the other research computation or, for the college application. And also we would like to, for the competent students, and if you're interested, the PhD advisors are eager to help you to learn how to do research, how to do critical thinking, and then how you can pursue, academic programs or publication pathways. Next slide, please.
Hey, so hi everyone. Again, I'm Yinxin Wen. I'm going to lead the first week's project. So our target in this week is to talk about the artificial intelligence and machine learning at the foundation level. We're gonna talk about what is the general machine learning pipeline, what is supervised learning, and students definitely will have the hands-on experiences in building up their first machine learning model and learn how we can improve the model and based on the evaluation results. And in addition, we're also going to teach students how to use AI-based coding agents to help them build up their project. And this final project will be presented to the whole group at on the last day.
All right, so I will cover the second week. It's mainly about neural network and computer vision, and I will try to apply those techniques to some hardware and realistic applications. So it's a hybrid week. So on Monday, Friday are in person. So the students will have hands-on hardware access. Tuesday through Thursday are remote sessions with lectures and labs. So on Monday, students will get oriented with the hardware, mainly Raspberry Pi, camera, robotic arms, or other hardware I have in my lab. And on Tuesday, we're going to cover the neural network foundations and basically how AI learns from data. And on Wednesday, it's about computer vision and object detection. So the students will train a small model to recognize some objects using some images they collected on Monday. And on Thursday, I think we're going to focus on the edge deployments. There might be some optimization for running those AI applications on small devices like Raspberry Pi, and also we're gonna prepare for the projects. So on Friday, it's probably the most exciting part. So we're gonna gather again, and the students will deploy the programs on real hardware, and we're gonna demonstrate how everything works.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Xiaohui. I'm a associate chair, associate professor at computer science. And in week three, I want to teach students on the speech and the language processing for the AI chatbot development. So in day one, basically, I want to talk about the speech and language models, the fundamentals. And day two, I will teach how the machine understand our language. Day three, how machine generate language like human. And day four, how machine speak like a human. And so on one hand, I will kind of introduce the fundamentals of speech and language models. We use them and in the daily, like these tools help us every day. So how do they implement it? And on the other hand, I will also introduce the state-of-the-art models, and we're going to learn how to really use these models to build our own chatbot. So in day five, our students have the opportunity to think about their own ideas and create an AI chatbot of their interest, and then they're going to present the chatbot. So if students interested in research, my lab and my PhD students have spent a lot of time studying speech and language for medical diagnosis. For example, how the conversation could review identify, for example, the cognitive decline, like dementia of older adults. So if students are interested, we are happy to share the research results and help them build some research profile. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so week 4, our topic is generative AI and creativity. So students will explore how the artificial intelligence can generate text, images, audio, video, and multimodal content. Instead of only learning concepts, they will work directly with AI tools, design different inputs, compare different outputs, and create their own AI assistant projects. So for each day, we will focus on different form of generative AI. We will begin with generative writing, learning how AI can support summarization, idea development, and also research-based writing. They can then move into the visual generalization, where they will explore how AI creates images from the text inputs. After that, they will study the style and creative transformation, learning how AI can change different formats and expression. Then later in this week, we will work with generative audio and video, and finally bring everything together in the multimodal AI capstone project. We will see how to turn imagination into creation faster than ever. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ping, and I will teach the last week. And the previous 4 weeks basically covered all these major AI foundations and applications. So in the last week, we will focus on cognitive part and something like humanity part of the AI. So we will talk about intelligence, and also we talk about how to do research, right? And how a research project can lead to a publication. And we will talk about the black box, because usually that's one problem people actually criticize AI. And if you want to use AI in many important fields, and you want to know how AI reaches a decision, we will talk about the minds and the consciousness, and this is a cognitive part of the AI. And we will talk about also creative AI and how you can use AI here to create and lead your imagination to something tangible. And the last day we will present, our showcase, and with a poster or a report, and just show what you have done during the week. All right, thank you.
Hi everyone. Now let's take a moment to introduce the AI Institute Summer Camp Assistant team. So starting with me and then with Dora. My name is Chen Jiezheng. Last summer, I worked as the PEAAI assistant at the AI Institute Summer Camp. There is one student I still thinking about. Before the camp, his parents told us he usually spent his free time to play a video game, nothing usual. But after attending the camp, something shifted. His parents say that when he turned on his computer, he didn't go game anymore. Instead, he started exploring the AI tools. Then he took it as a step further. He began to make his own games. The game was simple, but they were his. And he was fully into it, trying things out, fixing the problems, come up with new ideas. He went from just playing a game to actually creating it. It may sound like a small change, but it really isn't. Because once someone started building instead of just consuming, their thinking begin to change. So that is the part that is still with me. So I'm the Chen Jie. Let me to Dora to introduce herself.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Dora. I'm an assistant for the Paul English PEAAII Institute. And with the summer camp, I basically helped with the marketing and design, and also did a bunch of research and gave feedback in order to make this program even better.
So this is my first semester as an assistant, and I've been handling the AI summer camp website and managing evaluations for the workshops we ran earlier this semester.
Hi everyone. I'm also assistant for Paul English Applied AI Institute. So my job here is doing an outreaching for summer camp, and I will be supporting the student with lab and other summer camp activities.
Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, and this year I'll be supporting students as a TA. And last year, I really enjoyed watching students go from sometimes zoned out and inattentive to actually engaged once they found things that were actually interesting to them. And I look forward to seeing improvements and growth in the students this year too.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'm really excited to work as a camp TA again this year. And last year, my favorite part of the camp was actually the last day event where I was able to see all the students in person and build these personal relationships with them.
Hi everyone, my name is Yana Igaro. I'm an MBA student at UMass Boston, and I also had the opportunity to participate in this program last year. What stood out to me was how quickly you move from learning concepts to actually building. This isn't just about understanding AI, it's about applying it, working in teams, and creating real projects that you can speak to. Now, being on the other side, I'm excited to help you understand what this experience really looks like and how you can take full advantage of it. Here are some pictures attached of last year. And in the next slide, you'll also see where me and my team, the optimizers, got to be honored for how good we were at collaboration.
So we're going to start the Q&A session soon. So what I want you to know is we have 5 weeks AI summer camp. Each week is independent. So that means you can stack any week in any order you like. And then so the price for the summer camp is only about $899 per week. So I really like to thank for the generous donation from Paul English. So because of him, we can make the summer camp to be so accessible. And also we really care about student outcomes. So I hope through the summer camp training at the university level and then trained by the PhD advisors and competent assistants, each of you will, elevate yourself to a next higher level after the summer camp. So now we're open for Q&As. And I know when people register for the Zoom webinar, some of you already post questions there. So I'm going to ask the assistant to ask questions one by one. And then for the professor, feel free, you can answer any question you feel comfortable. And then we can have more than one people answer the same question. Okay, so let's start.
Sure, I can go first. Professor, what is the top ideas and mindset you like the kids have when the summer camp is done?
many professors. So let's start. So what I want to have is I want to have the young kids to have a feeling about how how everything looks like when you do AI research. So I want to know is computer science is not just about computer, it's actually more on the science. And AI is not just a scary robot, like in the Matrix, whatever. It's more about how you can use AI to do scientific discoveries, how you can use AI to help the community. So any other professors, do you want to, chip in?
I think curiosity, right? So I like students to generate interest of their own, right? So and sometimes it's easier for us to keep students on the right track if we understand their interest. Another thing is I think yeah, curiosity, and also and yeah, and want to do something ambitious, right? So to help to try to solve the real problems in the world, right? So today's world is changing all the time. So when the AI changing in every aspect. So um yeah, that's basically my answer. The curiosity and the ambition, ambition. Yeah.
Okay, I have the next question for the professors, which is, so does this camp require coding or algorithm proficiency?
Yeah, I can. Okay,
Yeah, go
Ping,
ahead.
go ahead. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit quickly. So yeah, so we actually have a wide range of students last summer. We have students and just coming to middle school, and we also have some senior students in high school. So I think and the way we did this is to try to understand their background, their knowledge level, their coding level, and we try to help them learn. We provide resources and materials. We have students always on site to help them and sit together with them, helping them debugging the code, explain concepts. So I think that's not a big problem. So as long as students can keep their interest, curious about the resources, they definitely can learn, and we can offer help at different level.
So let me ask you another question to the professor. So how to balance the different level of the campus during the learning? This is question from the Wenhao.
So I want to address this part. You probably find out for each day, the professor will give a lecture in the morning. Okay, so 3 hours. In the afternoon, we're going to have the PG student give you the lab session. And then we also have you can see we have so many assistants be there to help you. So that means each student will get the personal attention, either from the PG advisor and from the assistants. And also we plan to build a strong cohort among the camp attendees that you can also help from each other. And we ensure for each week, we're not going to have more than 20 students to make sure every student will get personalized treatment, depending on your own academic background. And it's really helpful if you can post your questions through Q&A, because through Q&A, so you can see the Q&A channel at the bottom. Okay, so all the questions posted through the Q&A will be answered in the priority. So for the next question in the Q&A from Zheng Yan, how would you handle students with different computer level? It's really about the same question, but yeah. So professors, so this is a good question, right? So how do you handle students with different computer levels?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about that. So actually, the current AI and lowered this kind of technical barrier a lot. And right now, the general agreement is for programming, you don't really need a lot of like programming skills anymore. And the AI coding tools, last year, they didn't really work well. But in this field, everything, really, really develops very quickly. So right now, we generally agree since January of this year, coding tools work. So basically, you just need to subscribe to coding tools, like $20 a month, and your kids can start coding. And a few weeks ago, actually, I just taught my daughter to code a science ball, practice tool, right? So she likes science and she wants to practice the science ball at home. So within actually 20 minutes, she actually just programmed, a working prototype. The system can speak science questions and then ask her to press a button, right? Just like you play a computation. So as long as you have ideas, right, and are willing to learn, this kind of technical barrier is much, much lower now.
Any other inputs regarding this question? The student with different computer levels. Yes, Bo, please.
Yeah, I can just add something. I think there are going to be some general knowledge in the lecture that will be the same. But I would consider like different levels, probably the coding experience. Someone has already played with Python for quite a while. Others may have zero experience before. I think that's common. So in that sense, I think like at least for my week, I would give some different options. So if someone want to work on something more challenging, there are different project design. But even for someone with very little experience, we definitely need more tutoring and other help. But they're also a suitable project to work on. But I guess the like for the AI knowledge part, they share a lot of common things. Just when you implement it, if you want to try something more advanced, there will be options for those students. And by the way, for the other question, I think it was asked earlier. I think I at least for me, I don't require anything about algorithm. Like we won't use very advanced algorithm design or talk about time complexity or those things. But at least we will do some basic coding, basic control structure, loops, if conditions, those basic ones. And at least for me, I think for most of us, we're going to use Python, which is relatively easier to get started if you have no experience at all. But yeah, definitely if you have no experience at all, you need to spend some additional time to work on it, just learn something basic. And as Ping mentioned, we can also cover like vibe coding, how to use those tools. But still, you need to first learn some basic stuff about those like Python programming.
Professors, there is also a student question related to this as well. Is it too difficult for a seventh grade student to attend the camp? He has some background of Python.
So it's really depending on the student background, how independent the student is. So could you provide more information? Because AI is not about programming. The camp is actually more on the problem solving. So because especially now the AI is capable to do lots of basic programming. So this is the camp actually train you on the research thinking, how to address a problem, how to define a problem, and what is the best way to provide a solution for a real world problem, and how you can use AI tools to address those problems efficiently. So you have to understand that now the world is very different from the traditional, the old traditional AI world or traditional computer science world. Everything has been changed drastically. So the summer camp gave you this unique opportunity for you to cope with the new AI revolution. So anybody else want to chip in for this question?
Yeah, I think I agree that it's more about the thinking, problem solving, rather than just pure coding or grammar or debugging. So
Yes.
yeah, the student can learn a lot from let's say how to build like for my week, how to build a chatbot, what are components we need, and what are the AI and tools, how AI can help us solve problem and learn more knowledge more efficiently, and how to put components together. Not necessarily about coding, and we do have a code already. So for students that want to develop code themselves, yeah, that's good. But if they don't, then we have code. We can provide code for them to understand and modify the code. So we can start from the easy way. Yeah.
Yes. And also, if you only know how to do coding, you cannot find a job. So this is the current reality. So the summer camp provide principal training, on how we can address real world problems.
All right, we have another question. How long is Zoom class per day for the Tuesday through Thursday? And is it mainly lecture format or group project discussion? And is the Zoom class recorded for any missed time?
So each day we have 8 hours. So from 9 to 5, 3 hours in the morning, and then 3 hours in the afternoon, the lab session. So in the morning will be the professor give lectures, and then 2 hours we provided by other assistants like Justine, Jasmine, and then Cheng Jie, Arjani, based on the needs of the students. So the Zoom can be recorded, okay? And then professors, do you want to talk about, did they have the question about the lecture format and the group project discussion? Can you share more insights about this?
Yeah, I think for the lecture in the morning, we're gonna talk about at least for my part, in the first week, which I laid, we're gonna talk about some foundation theories, and also some give students some help, and also give them some live demonstration about the project that they're going to work in the afternoon. For example, we're going to help students set up the environment, and also get students familiar with what kind of tool they're going to use in order to do the hands-on lab session in the afternoon. So, and because I'm teaching the foundation, so I will cover some theoretical stuff, but not going to touch too deep. And the main purpose of introducing those theoretical stuff is to let students understand when they're using AI, what's actually working. So that's my my answer to this question.
And regarding the group project discussion, this is how we design the Friday session, because Friday will be for the professors to meet with all students, and then we're going to have presentations, we're going to have group discussions, and then so dear professor, do you want to share anything? What do you want to do on Friday?
Yeah, so for me, my week, the Friday is mainly used to show some outcome, right? So we all want some outcome. If the student works really hard for 4 days, right? And what's the deliverables, right? And what can they take home, and what they can use for their college application, right? Or other applications they're going to use. And they will present, so practice their communication skills, and posters. So yeah, Friday will be meant for that. Yeah.
Another good thing about the group discussion is that I think students can learn from each other's work, so they can share experience and demonstrate and presentation, right? So, yeah, they're going to have their own ideas in their project, and they can learn from each other about how great AI can really help solve the real problems. So, and that's something can be.
Yes, I totally agree. And I have more than 20 years mentoring youth, high school students, and middle school students. What I found out is the peer mentorship actually quite important. So the summer camp group competent students together. So students get inspired from each other. They motivate with each other and under a systematic training at the university level, in depth on the AI research and AI real world project implementation. So I think we can move on to the next question from the Vivian Jean. So Vivian has a question is about how about theoretical foundation you require? The formulas, the equations, the algorithms, those topics are very advanced. Are you focused on applications only, or you want to understand underlying frameworks? Dear professors.
Yeah, I think for my part, I'm going to cover some theoretical part, but only at the high level, and I will try to make it very easy to understand for the summer camp participants, and I will treat them not like the university students that I teach in my class. Instead, I will try to make those theoretical stuff easier to understand by using running examples and also real-world examples to show the idea. The main reason that I want to cover it because I want the students not just walk back home with knowing how to use AI, but also have some kind of sense about why AI is working, and this can give them better experiences, in particular if they want to later do some research. Because if you are doing research, it's always a good idea to always think about if you are using something or trying to explore something, you want to understand why it is working. So that's for my part.
Yeah, I can add something. I think, yeah, it's true. I mean, given the time, it's not possible to cover all the theoretical parts. I guess I'm guessing most of us, we were probably just trying to explain the intuition, like roughly how it works. And I guess hands-on experience is more important. So the students were feel like those things are not so far away that you cannot reach, and all these libraries are pretty mature and convenient. You can easily set up all these things, but the foundation of the mathematical background, it's very hard to clearly explain in a few days. Like, you know, even undergraduate or graduate students are taking one semester course starting that. But I guess what we want students to learn is some hands-on experience and maybe the inspiration and curiosity that will keep them continue to learn in the future.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next question from Mary Ru. So here we have a student with zero computer coding background, ninth grade. So then the parent has a question is, does he need to learn programming first before taking the summer camp? Because the summer camp actually start from the last week of July, right? So we still have a couple months. Professors, what is your, give the parent honest answer.
Well, if this question was like Dr. Pinton said, if this question was asked last year, probably my answer is like I would recommend to get some practice and learning on programming. But now everything changed. Really, like the vibe coding and the rapid development of coding agents, coding tools, has made coding no longer be a barrier nowadays. So I think it's good if the student can have some introductory experiences on coding before attending the summer camp. But I also agree if it is fine if they just come to camp and we're gonna during the camp we're gonna definitely teach students how to do the coding using those agents and using those coding tools. And maybe I want to add that actually, when I was a PhD student, I was helping with also a similar AI summer camp back in Arizona State University. At that time, coding is really an issue for the students. So what we did that actually before they attend the summer camp, if they don't have any coding experiences, they have to first accomplish a 1 week coding camp first. But again, as Dr. Payton said, with the development of AI and the help of those coding tools and agent, I believe it's no longer a challenge nowadays.
Yeah, in that case, I would recommend the students should take some very quick tutorials. Like I can share some readings ahead of time because we have very tight schedule. Like if in the first lecture I'm gonna start to use some program and the students cannot understand at all, I think that might be an issue. But I wouldn't expect a lot of time to be spent ahead of time, but I would definitely recommend some very quick tutorials. So if you couldn't find a resource, you can consult with me. I can, at least you need to have some very basic understanding about the coding syntax, or like at least when we show just a couple of lines of code, the students should feel comfortable reading through it. But if like when we talk about zero experience, there are different scenarios. But I would say in that case, you probably want to talk to the professor ahead of time just to figure out what is a good solution for that.
All right, so we come to the next question from Fenji. Is that possible for students to continue the learning or mentoring from the summer camp, professor assistants, and complete their research project, either poster or publication after the 5 week camp? Professors.
I think yes. So for students who are strongly interested in continue beyond the 5 weeks, we would encourage them to further develop their projects under continued mentorship from professors or teaching assistants. If a student's project shows sufficient depth or progress, we can guide them in refining the research questions and improving the experiments or creative work, and analyze the results, then prepare for the poster, presentation, or potential publication. So I think the summer camp can be regarded as a starting point and motivate the student to continue building their works into more complete research projects. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the professors, I guess all of us, are definitely open to those opportunities, especially but I think what we want to see is some highly motivated students, because this is part of the outreach or the engagement of the community, especially for our university as a public university. We definitely encourage these kind of collaborations. So this summer camp is relatively short, but if you want to really produce a research paper in a reasonable conference, it definitely needs a little long-term work for that. Yeah, but the I think it's based on the discussion or the experience between the professor and the students. If the students is very motivated and can commit some efforts, I think that will be fantastic to see some extended collaboration in the future.
Okay, so we come with the next question is, what are you changing or improving this year compared to last year's summer camp, professors?
Yeah, so first there is a curriculum change because this year's AI and last year's AI, there is substantial difference now, and so we need to keep up, right, with the current trend and the new developments. And also this year, for the students, and we for us, we actually gained some experience from last year, so we know how to what kind of topics students are more interested in, and also student background. So I think for us, we are more ready than last year too.
And also from my past summer experience, and also in this spring semester, what I found out is to involve youth, high school students, middle school students on research will bring in significant impact on their personal growth. This is what I found out. So it's drastically different from their traditional high school training on computer science and AI, because this is summer camp gave you a short but highly efficient training on critical thinking and also use of the state of art AI tools, AI applications. The 5 PhD advisors, so we have 2 IEE fellows. Those are high-profile researchers at UMass Boston. So you will have a chance to study in a small class with so many mentors, assistants, really interesting on so many different real-world applications. So any small change you have done for middle school, high school students, it will have a huge cascading effect on their college life and on their personal career pathway. So highly recommend you think about, which week you want to take. So if you take all the 5 weeks, it actually will be a great gain. The student will have a very good coverage and comprehensive understanding on all different kinds of important AI topics. And also on August 28th, the last Friday, we're going to have this AI in 1 day event. And even you do not register for the last week, you still can take the last day free for charge. So this will be a really interesting day. It will be a pretty extensively designed AI in 1 day. And also all the high school students will receive micro-credential certification from UMass Boston. So
All
I
right.
think, yes, Dora, please.
We do have another question, which is, do you guys have any standout stories or success stories from last year's summer camp? Anything that was memorable about the students?
So Xiaohui, I think last summer you have supervised so many students, right? You were really popular. So Professor Liang, you were really popular last summer. So any stories?
So I have I have several students. Students show different kind of personalities, performance, knowledge, skill, different levels. Just really some good students that completely follow and create their own projects, and they exceed my expectation. Then we have some follow-up conversations, and so yeah, there are many great projects. And for some of other students, they don't have many experience. I found out that eventually they understand what the program I provide to them. They know what to do, and I think it's very important and a good beginning for their computer science the knowledge. So back to your question, what is the next successful story? I think I think I asked them to build a chatbot that can generate images based on what they tell the chatbot, and there was one student really working hard and show me a very great demo at the end of the day, and they won wonderful prize. So I think going through several weeks, I think it's two weeks, the students really learn a lot of stuff from the resources I provide to them, and they fully understand and master the skill. Um, I think from my perspective, I'm very glad that they from knows a little bit about this and become a kind of a master in developing, and they show great interest in developing. So I think it really helps them to think about the meaningness, the meaning behind the AI product they're building, and to improve their skills. Yeah, that impressed me. Yeah, basically.
Mhm. And then Justin, I know both of you, last year, both of you were high school students, and then you have worked closely with those summer camp attendees. Any observation on the peer level about those interesting stories?
I'd say it was like kind of surprising just how like even though we were TAs, it was really nice how we were still able to talk to them just like student to student. Like they took our feedback really well, and I really enjoyed working with them because not only did they like actually take your feedback, but they also asked you questions, and just being able to answer those like for younger students and sometimes even students my age because I was a rising junior last summer, and I just think just those interactions from people your own age that you can really relate to were just really wholesome and enjoyable.
Well, yes, like same here with me. Like just to like continue on Justin's point, like there's one girl that I met named Emily, and she was like so kind, and like now we go to the same school and we still like can talk from time to time because of this experience.
And I also want to give one example because I remember during one session of the lab session, three boys were playing games together. So I was so mad. So I thought their parents paid tuition for them for the summer camp. They actually play games secretly. So I was really bad, and I want to give them a very harsh comments and then criticize them. But then Jasmine and Justin were so patient. So they actually had a good conversation with those three boys. And then on the last day, we actually have a computation. So we asked him to build AI applications. And what turns out is the three boys together, they actually build a computer games. They're going to use games to, to explain why it's so important for you to protect the whole environment, protect the earth. And then this is a quite interesting idea. So they integrate their personal game, enthusiasm with AI applications and with education to protect our own Earth. So I think this is quite interesting, really impressed me. And it also shows me how important for you to have multi-level mentorships, not only just the PhD advisors. So for our assistants, you can see we already have students from the PhD then to master students, to undergraduate students, and to high school students. We hope each summer camp attendees will get their own personal treatment based on their personality, their personal interests, and their academic backgrounds.
All right, so we come to the next questions. For Mary Lou, does the program last from July 27 to August 28, full day for 5 weeks? High school may start the fall semester from mid-August, and they may not be able to attend the whole session then.
In Greater Boston area, I'm pretty sure the high school actually start from the after Labor Day weekend. So that means it will be in September. So which high school you're from, Mary Lou, could you provide more information? Because we designed the summer camp right before the beginning of the high school semester in the fall. And also I want to emphasize each week is independently designed. So you can stack any week with any other weeks, okay?
Professor, the school Lexington.
Really? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the school in Lexington start after Labor Day. Am I wrong? Jasmine, you're from Lexington High.
This year I think we started really late August.
Yeah.
Wait, Jasmine, let me know if
Wait,
I'm
I
wrong.
feel like we usually start before Labor Day.
I think we picked the date. So, we can double check the date, okay? But I believe we picked the date. Yes. So you will check too. Yes. I think it doesn't have a schedule conflicts with the high school semester in Lexington. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left. We have time for one more question. And then the Zoom webinar has been recorded. We're going to share the recording at the website. So the deadline for the summer camp is rolling based. Once a week have 20 students, we'll close registration for that particular week. Okay, so if you want to know more about the payment registration, please check out this website, ai.umb.edu. So one last question.
Okay, so based on the parents' response and feedback, what impact did the camp have on students in the summer?
So my observation for the last summer camp, and also based on my personal experience mentoring high school, middle school students, what I found out is to involve students on critical thinking, to build their research portfolio, really help them to improve themselves fundamentally. So that means they no longer just play a passive role like what they have done before. They actually be an active thinker and they think about new ideas and then they're able to create new things. And Arjani, you were in the summer camp before, right? You want to share anything? Because you're a real example here.
Yes, I really loved my experience with the summer camp. Most things in tech require teamwork, and there was a lot of that. And my feedback was mainly about making sure that people know that you really don't have to be perfect in these skills. I'm a psychology major for my undergrad degree, and I'd like to see more people from all backgrounds join. So I would definitely say it's a good time to jump in.
Yes. And also thank you for Ian Kunli help us to figure out the starting date in Lexington. So it will start on September 1st, right? So no schedule conflicts with our summer camp.
Professor,
yes.
one more question. One just last question from the chat. I'm wondering how well it may work if a student just join one or two sections.
I have an answer for that, but any professors, assistants, and anybody want to, provide your comments first before I provide my answer?
Yes, I learned a lot from just one day.
Yes. So of course, it would be great if you do 5 weeks because you get really comprehensive training from 5 different professors. But then if you only can do 1 or 2 sessions, you still can learn a lot from this particular topic. And I think I have one parent asked which week the student should choose. We have all the detailed syllabus posted at ai.umb.edu. So all the professors actually work really hard to give detailed syllabus day by day. And so I want to know is our summer camp is not profit driven, not at all. So this is summer camp is actually really work on AI for everyone. We really want to bring serious university level, AI research training to use. So this is the purpose for the AI summer camp. So check out the website for the detailed syllabus designed by each professor. And also once you register for that particular week, as Professor Bo-Sheng pointed out, we may reach out to students early, provide the reading material, ask students to get ready for that particular summer camp. Okay, and also we're going to have a 1-day program designed on August 28th. So you can do AI in 1 day. So get a really extensive and efficient training for 1 day at UMass Boston. Okay, thank you. Now, thank you so much for people attending our summer camp. We're going to finish today's webinar. Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.